finding any targets initially.
Straight away, look, they tried to jump in
there's
back
a
onto
sentry
Pi.
though.
Pi got the blink out in time, and now Universe catching out Artstar, the Sunstrike as well. Artstar being bursted low, but he keeps himself alive. The Supernova coming out. Now Secret have got to be careful. Envy, Blade Fury, trying to get himself away. Puppy's being dragged back into the Supernova rage, and now the Sunray comes through. RTZ taking down Puppy as well. They've lost 3. Secret maybe make that 4 as Ditchera in general chasing down the jungle. The bashes come through. They'll find one. Can they kill him a second time here? The arrow timing. Oh, it's nothing less than perfect from General. Triple kill for Ditchera.
Arteezy's also, they're going both heroes down bottom lane almost as if they're going to try and go for a trade.
I mean, did they just let this fall? I mean, at the moment, it feels like that's what Secret are doing. And Dendy jumps in onto Puppy. He's going to drag him into the rest of his side. Universe gets the crush off onto Ditchera, but General jumps in with a burst of the Starfall. The Enchantress is gone. And Na'Vi continue to pound away the tier 3. RTZ desperately looking to split push here down on the bottom lane. Na'Vi, they don't care for the time being because they're pushing harder. They're onto the racks. There'll be a buyback from Puppy. Envy jumping in with the Omni Slash. Nice crush as well. Finger onto Dendy. Dendy's got Seneko. Gets the chance to get the Supernova. Ditchera with a Chrono onto 2. Universe has gone Pi as well. Ditchera is going to be able to find Envy as well as the Supernova stun comes through. Jackie's dead. Puppy's on his way back to base. This would be a dieback if he goes down, but it looks like he'll be fine. Ditchera hasn't got the punch to fight for Untouchable, but nonetheless, Secret losing 3 bottom lane. Arteezy continuing to try and push forward on this bottom. First coming in as well. They could certainly go for an attempt onto General. He'll throw out the arrow, but it's not going to give him any vision, of course, on this Shadow-Bladed Slardon. Here we have it. Crush into the combo. General, can he save himself from this one? Oh my goodness, he has. Because here's the backer from Ditchera coming in with the Chrono. The arrow onto Artor, and there's just Sunray burning down onto Universe. Na'Vi hitting back hard.
And that was something Secret did well in the early game where they backed up Arteezy, baited Arteezy, and it's Na'Vi's using that exact same strategy.
Oh, they caught Ditchera, Tornado, EMP in the finger. They found one. Can they find themselves anything more? They need to. Secret if they want to continue to hold. The buybacks there from Envy. Puppy's starting to move forward, but Na'Vi already backing out.
Great burst damage. Didn't let him get off the cheese.
Look at this, hanging around for the high ground. They're going to go in with the Supernova. Envy's going to play Fury, start to punch down on the egg. They should be able to move. Oh, the Chrono's fair! Ditchera coming in time. They've already lost 2 Secret. Envy's going to be in a lot of trouble. It gets the on the out, but it might not matter because Puppy falling low. Connects to anything here while Universe is coming with a 4-man crush. Looking onto Ditchera, but Puppy is in so much trouble here, getting bursted down by all the magical powers of General on his Mirana. Universe forcing himself back up. Ready to get out. There we have. Lovely bit of cheese. And with the Death Ward on the sidelines, it's a level 16 Aghanim's Ward. Secret, 3 dead, no buybacks available. General coming in. And they're onto the base, Na'Vi. Pi jumping in. Just the Hex off, but then he's there. Artstar as well. They'll find themselves Pi like die. Envy's going to go down as well. And GG is called. Na'Vi 32-11 in a very convincing performance, and a lot of people may be looking to this major ready to see a Secret, ready to bring something a little bit different. They're not done. They're looking for more. Jumping straight in onto Pi with the crush. General needs a bit more backup, and it is on its way. Dendy's there, throws out the shackle, Ghost Scepter. It doesn't matter. They'll just wait it out. He's been silenced up. No escape for the Witch Doctors. Arstar sits on the sideline, chucks in the impetus. Drops to the vacuum. Envy starts to reveal himself, looking for Artstar, but they just turn, pound back into the clinks. Oh, the Greaves keeping Envy alive. Envy still goes down to the procs there from the lightning. Tries to link onto Puppy, but Puppy's reactions are on point, and Envy from the high ground. He's actually trying to fight into this one, but there's a hell of a lot of Na'Vi here, and Envy's gone. The vacuum wall will be dropped, but Seneko and Denny, they just walk it off. Artstar as well, stopping Puppy from being able to follow up. And Envy just caught out of place, and Secret, they've got to be careful and make sure that this doesn't get any messier, as they're just on the retreat at the moment. Dendy, he's going to find Pi as well, as his Wind Ranger performance is just ripping through the side. And now a second set of racks going down. Puppy jumps forward, Ditchera gets the BKB off, and now he just turns, pushes Puppy back with the Gust. Puppy's going to get taken down as well. It's a triple kill for Dendy. 2 dead on Secret now without buyback. This is looking to be potentially the end of the road here for Secret in this first series. They will be knocked down to the lower stages of this GSL format of the groups, and there we have it. GG is called. Dendy gets a rampage.
With the Slaughter, you amplify the focus fire damage output.
But if you're gonna defend with Shadow Shaman, you have to get so close.
Yeah, you know DT
will be able to, oh, they jump in from Digi, he got the quick hairpins and a two-man stun! They're blowing up Weehia! He's already gone, Saksa now gonna be swapped into a Primal Roar! Picture perfect execution from Na'Vi as they find the outground opening, all led from Dendi.
That's just Rex. They don't even have buyback. That is so important. Wow. What a nice play. We're talking about how in theory Nyx can work. That was exactly what people dream about doing.
Absolutely. Now Na'Vi.
Very elusive hero to try and kill. Smoke coming in mid from DC. Gonna look for something here.
Yeah, they gotta find an opening now, right before Roshan.
It's a good timing as well. All the lanes are quite pushed, but they're being pinged.
Uh-oh, swap back in. Oh, in trouble. Weehop managed to get the silence up, but he also got stunned up by the spike hairpiece. Now the Supernova goes down, but it's immediately blown up as Na'Vi put their attention towards it as a 5-man crew. Resolution, and the only one standing in the middle of everyone with his BKB, doling out damage, but he only can kill one. Dendi managed to get the stun onto Misery. Will be able to get away with the spike hairpace active as Digital will take out that support, and just like that, Digital Chaos call it. Na'Vi's initiation at that bottom lane was just too damn good, and Digital Chaos can't even come back.
Na'Vi, they're looking really strong in this group stage. First taking down Secret 2-0, and now going into this game, just making it look easy against DC.
Oh, very easy indeed, man. Na'Vi.
Because he got rocketed twice.
Oh, they jump in from Move, gets a little damage from the Starstorm. Just poking at Na'Vi, but obviously they have that pipe, so it's not that big of a deal. Looks like Winter's Curse is going to be able to come in, catches Art Style unawares, and he'll be ripped apart by Dichira. And General, the Supernova now goes down. Just as a little bit of zoning, Weehop may actually be the target. Good force stab, buys a little bit of time. The Glimmer Cape still not enough, as now the Sunray burning through. Digital Chaos Misery is going to be going down. Resolution will be able to get that time walk away.
They could get a great...
Faster. He's really far forward, so he's not going to see this initiation. He managed to catch the two supports in the back, but doesn't get Dichira. And now the Primal Roar goes forward, stopping this damage. Artstyle is going to be taken apart eventually, but DC have already thrown so much. Is it actually going to be worth it? They need to be able to take out the Supernova. They're addressing it now. The laser comes through, but it's not quite enough. The BKB goes through. Resolution and Misery both go down from a combo laser from Dendi. Saksa has to save himself, but it's not good enough. Dendi pounces once again. The Rocket's able to take him out. Triple kill for him. They spot this one out, but the arrow just landed on the lone druid. That's a bad start to this fight already for Na'Vi. Move right in the middle of things, starts getting some damage out. Supernova is going to get popped there, and the tornado actually slowing down the damage. They now try to address this. Oh no, it's just a split damage. The Supernova successfully goes down, and just things falling apart now for Digital Chaos as Dendi takes advantage of the chaos. He's able to blink, catch the Weehog, going to be able to get the side the fights, and chain him down as we unable to be able to get away from this one. Another scythe, make it 3 with the laser to finish him off. Just want to stall a few more seconds and they can have that Spirit Bear and essentially be at no disadvantage. Jump in on Misery. Saksa blinks himself forward, thinking to be able to counter-initiate, doesn't find the opening. Meanwhile, Moo's going to be the target. Cold Embrace is going to buy him a little bit of time, but Dendi, he's actually just a sitting duck until now the Chronosphere comes in. They're trying to just Dendi. They do get the Supernova, but Dendi, he's a tanky motherfucker, and he's going to be able to survive through all of that. Dendi, and now has to rearm, turns, gets the side the fight, he's going to be able to take out Resolution. Oh, he catches Dendi. He blinked right into that one. They're going to be able to deal with Artstyle first. He's gone. Dendi, it's going to be going down quick soon as the Invisible Blade onto Resolution actually solves himself up. Dendi, though, hit by the tornado. He's going to come back down to ground. The very harsh reality is now, I have no idea how this Na'Vi's going to be able to survive through this one. It's a beautiful Winter's Curse. Managed to catch Artstyle and General. The Sunray goes on really well. No Druid's actually ripping them apart. Now Dendi buys back as he sees the opportunity to catch more. He's going to go for the rearm. Blink Shiva's constantly. Moo being spotted out ever so barely. The Scythe gets him in the end, and Moo will be controlled long enough for them to get that kill.
Even the Enchantress can deal, and Top trying to go in. BKB being used for this.
Okay, Lone Druid guaranteed tier 3, and it looks like maybe even a melee racks with this BKB as they just can't stop it fast enough. Now here comes the Chronosphere. It's on Dichira. This isn't big enough, but maybe if they can kill him. Oh no, there actually goes the Supernova. They managed to be able to buy time to be able to get the save. That's going to be a full refresh. Dichira heals up to full off of that Supernova, and Digital Chaos have blown their BKBs. The Spin Blast onto Artstyle is going to be able to get the one-off kill there, but Digital Chaos still don't have enough to guarantee win this fight. As now Na'Vi start coming forward, Digital Chaos all low. They're going to have to give up their melee racks. There goes that counter item to the Tinker. They all get the disable onto Dendi. DC, they've given up a lane of racks, and now they just need to get back to balance, but now he gets bashed up. Weehop managed to get the save there from the Cold Embrace, but they got the roar on him. He has to go back to the Fountain Terrain, heal himself up, or actually push it forward. Deafening Blast takes out the Bear, now going for Dichira. Sineko trying to help out, but he can't can't just stop it. Dendy comes in, pulls up one, going for another one. Misery, he's gonna be target. No, he gets matched up. There goes that Aegis. Misery still down. Digiraw, he managed to barely heal himself up with the cheese. He's still gonna go down. Dendy right in the middle of this. Ray Arm trying to stop it, but no, he ends up going down. 2 minutes on the clock. Close. They just need to see the opening. General gets the jump on a move, but immediately the Cold Embrace gets laid out. They get the Supernova. It's on the high ground too, but it may not affect the fight. His Resolution managed to get the Chronosphere. Refreshes, but he doesn't have them enough mana. He can't actually pop it. He gets the BKB a secondary time, but it doesn't matter. He's being ripped to shreds by the Bashers. Now the Witcher's Curse comes in to save him, but it may not be enough. They manage to get the Tinker. He's down for 2 minutes and a half. Digital Chaos are actually going to be able to win this fight. Here comes the TP in. They're going to try and win this one without now the ultimate Chrono. Resolution stops this jump in. Tinker still has an opportunity to be able to come in and try and wipe out a couple of these heroes. Here comes Denny. TC blows him up. Sucks up next. Bye-bye, Birdie. Next up, General. They're trying to find more. Dendy, he's not going to see anything else. Digital Chaos managed to keep both the Void as well as the Invoker alive, and they still have 2 buybacks.
That timing for Dendy's buyback to come off cooldown, he's like, just let me come back into the fight.
He spam. Doesn't get crazier than this. Double blinks in, triple blinks in, DC. Oh, they're grasping in the dark for anything to be able to seek out Na'Vi, but Na'Vi already back in the pound. They're going to go straight for the throne here, trying to threaten Na'Vi as immediately as possible and force them into an air. Here comes the Chronosphere. They're catching out Seneko, but the Lone Druid's right in the middle of everything, going for move first. The Refresher goes out, Primal Roar onto Weehaw. They get the ultimate onto him, but they're controlling him well enough to get the kill. That's going to be the Divine Rapier on the deck. Now mass buybacks. DC threatening to be able to try and get back out of here to be able to save anything here. Resolution is going to be the target. Supernova goes down, and now a Chronosphere. It whiffs everything, but the Supernova will go down, yes, sure, but Na'Vi are still in good control here. The arrow comes out, Artdale, he's getting caught, but they're going for the throne. DC, you're in trouble. Na'Vi, they've taken their tier 4s, they're beating on the throne. Oh my god, they're gonna do it. Na'Vi have done it. Na'Vi have claimed the groups. 4-0 taking out DC, and a 2-0 sweep as they go for the throne race.
Look
Na'Vi are back, baby!
Those are some big smiles after that. 91 minutes, 27 seconds, and it came down to that, a TP into the enemy base.
No, he'll be able to just, okay, with the Sunray and the damage from the tower, Miracle's going to drop very low, but his bottom lane with this guy's hand. Getting both Void and the Elder Titan. Flies on the run, but now, finally Na'Vi get themselves on that board. Running back behind the town, they can use the Centaur to tank it up. With the Sudden Blast there, they're going to find another one. Scan from OG is down. They want to see him, but Na'Vi, they actually go the long way around. And there's Miracle. It's going to break, but the call, it doesn't come in time from Didier. Fly wants to turn. They've got a perfect Observer and Sentry on the hillside, so they see Na'Vi coming. Roshan will go down. Juggernaut has the Aegis Immortal. The Nova on the back end of the pit is actually causing problems for Moon, but it's a spin. Didier gets the call out. Fly's going to go down. No tail. Too early on the dunk, but you've still got Seneko with the Sunray, allowing Didier to escape. They burn the Aegis to the Immortal, diving away. The Chronosphere only controlling Dendy, but with that laser, he can't get the hit off. Didier comes in, moves so low, and he will drop down. They try and run away now. Seneko is still on the run, away from Notal. With that, he's able to finish the job.
Aegis going to tick out in about 10 seconds time.
Oh, swap fly, General. With that ether lens, it's such a long way from home. And they buy back instantly over on the Mirana. This is it right now for Na'Vi. It's defend or die. It's the only way this really does end. And with a deafening blast from Miracle, he catches 3. You'll dive in from Seneko, now going with the Death Ward, as well as the Nova. OG just want to bail out of here. They'll end up losing the Vengeful to a Miracle. He's on a slither of life, and Dendy crits able to sun him control him, allowing Moon to finish the job. You're able to get the sun out from General, chasing Notal into the tree lines. So tick off that Lycan from your list, but Moon also on the run, so low. Is there Sunray? Is there something? No, there's a double, basically, ravage from Crit, keeping Arstyle and Seneko out. They're on the run. There's rotation on the way. It's coming in from the Mirana, in from the north, and maybe they can find one. Crit, yep, there's the arrow on the tree line. OG will end up losing a couple of heroes. Artstyle, the Observer Ward allowed Miracle to see exactly what he wanted. The stun's out too, and now with the Stun Strike, Danny trying to tank it up with him. Shouldering that load, they get rid of the Forge Spirits. Now Didier moves forward. General also BKBs up the arrow. It flies past Fly, but the Sunray will still do the work. Na'Vi are finding openings. Didier, remember, he's still got Chronosphere. They just need a target, and now he's got one. It's Notal. He needs the two of them together. Almost had it. Notal moved down south, but not outside the Chronosphere. General's going to stick with him. Then now into the tree lines. Can Didier finish the job? Does he even have the damage output? Arrows are flying through, but it's too far off target. General needs needs to keep that Starfall going. No Tail goes for ulti form. Won't happen. Moon BTing onto the back of the board.
Want to counterplay. Shackle coming through, won't connect on EGM. Where's that chrono? It's a pretty good one, but the egg's on top of it. So Alliance don't want to walk in. This is going to completely waste the chronosphere. Na'Vi now. Roche should have HP. Bulldog being forced back a bit. They get the amp damage on him. A Bulldog kill would be huge. They crush him. They latch onto him. Can they focus him down? Chasing a bit further. He gets up one auto attack. EGM now finds himself on an island as his Bulldog again retreating. Dendy just fishing, looking for the follow-up action here. Na'Vi finding their customary aggression, waving with an awful lady stage. There's the shackle from Dendy, and they find the S4 kill. Make it 11-7. They're not done just yet. On to Loda they go. Sunray coming through as the Time Walk does get it off, but they can potentially still chase this. He's still in range for a bit of additional damage. Trying, good job there with the time dilation, but still the Blade Crush comes out. General will get another kill for the team. 12-7 now the score as 4 Alliance heroes, including the Skywrath earlier, hit the deck. All right, Alliance, they know this rush is happening. They've got a couple of Spiderites in the pit, but they're too late, and General does see Loda, gets the crush, finds the amp. Dendy's there as well with the shackle. Na'Vi quick to strike. They draw first blood of this engagement, and now they move back towards Ake, but Seneko very low. He gets nuked up, healed by Artstyle. Ake gonna fall too. They keep Seneko in fighting shape in General. This is what I'm talking about with Na'Vi. They hunt for the backliners. They want those extra kills. They're on a power play. There's the shackle and the crush combo. S4 just completely controlled by Artstyle. Now will end up going down, and General hunting for the 4th kill. It's not good enough. They need these kills. They need to take the wheels off of the Naga train. Bulldog maybe the next target, but it is nighttime. That's not easy grab. Ake will drop. Artstyle getting forced back though. S4 laying into him, but here comes Huskar slamming and jamming on S4. Will bring him down. That's a bigger kill still. The Naga makes it out inside their own base with all the lanes pushing. It's actually Artstyle who gets caught out. He's sent home, tail tucked between his legs. Immediately the Chen is scrambling. As EGM moving forward in this fight is going to force down right past General, gets caught by the crush. They work on Ake, they'll bring him down, but Loda's there in the midst of it all, chewing up the backliners. They need this Huskar to go big in this fight. Bulldog just tried to man mode on him. S4 will fall though, thus far. A 2-for-1, not too shabby, and Loda says it's not really worth the risk, guys. Get out. Bulldog, time to retreat. And they're going to back off, but General hunts for this. He amps up Bulldog. EGM's there to save the day. Might cost him his own life. Stunning Ditya on the process. General, does he get the crush? Does he get it? Just he does. EGM down, but they save the Naga right outside the Alliance doorstep. Maybe it'll prove to be the difference. General, though, getting lifted here. Dendy comes in, though. Big stun. Follow-up crush likely to come through, but the BKB's out from Bulldog, and Bulldog is just banging away at General, forcing him back. EGM fine for now. The Grave is going to prevent any sort of aggressive maneuver here. Alliance actually bringing the whole squad to the fight. They have already committed the song for this one, but Dendy's in too far. He's down. They bring down the Naga. They slay Loda. To deny him. They do not heed his prayer. But General might avenge him. A bash on EGM slays him. God mode is over. General is on the prowl. Looking for Ake next. Gets dunked. Gets controlled. Muscled down by the Huskar. This is the kind of snowball that Alliance can't afford to be giving up. They need that Naga to get involved. Loda's here. Holding onto the song for now. They've lost both supports. There's a buyback. And General is silenced. There's the song. It might have actually been allowing Na'Vi to reset. Alliance, how do they follow this one up? General's healing. The heart's starting to tick in. Did that song really make any sort of a difference? Oh, they did find Dendy down the backside, but Ditya arrives, gets quickly stunned by EGM, trying to counterplay. Dendy kept alive by Seneko, the Oracle there doing the work. Bulldog, Ditya moving in onto Loda. Loda has no song. Loda's gonna go down. Huge kill. That's 2 in a row. The lanes are pushing against Alliance. The Naga Radiance Illusion valiantly trying to shove out mid, but intercepted one in the mid by Slardar. Blinks and crushes it. And Alliance just waiting. They'll leave the siege engine in front. Ditya, he probably never thought it would get to this, but here comes Loda, dropping the song, unloads the illusions. Some illusions continue to script mid, but Na'Vi are going to go for tier 4s. They have to try and actually take a team fight here. There's the dunk to S4. Can they slay Ditya? No, they want Seneko instead. Looking to bring down the Oracle, trying to isolate him on the backside, but somehow that Oracle just won't die. Loda, though, doing work. Everything for Seneko. Can they get him? Rubik's down. Dazzle is fallen. Then the stun from Dendy. Loda's going to drop. That's about to be 3, possibly 4. Loda forced to scramble home. There's no counter push. Na'Vi, they pulled off the miracle here. 3 out of the game. How did it come to this for Alliance? They had this in the bag, but they couldn't close Na'Vi out. We're going to a game 3. There's nothing left here for the Swedes. Na'Vi lives to fight another day. Loda will take a moment to think about it, but there you have it. They're born to win, at least for this one, Ben.
And shying away from their tried and true formula, which has gotten them this far in the tournament. Alliance drop one versus Na'Vi, and will end up even 1-1.
This looked like a very quick and decisive 2-0. General marshaling his forces. Roshan still at around half HP. Sentry outside the pit though. Good scout Seneko. There's the blink initiation. Drags Loda up onto the cliff, keeping the Slardar out of this picture for a long time. Loda won't be able to contribute much, and that will put a pretty big halt to the Roshan. Now the EMP tornado following this one up, but the counter tornado comes out from EGM. Bulldog's trapped and sprouts himself inside the pit, looks to run away. Artstyle cancels that. First track kill that came to Na'Vi, and the whole team's here, and Loda is still completely a non-factor in this fight. It begins with the general bat after an awful start. They look to steal the road while also killing the big fish. They've gotten 3. They've gotten a 4-hero track kill, and now it's Na'Vi trying to snatch an Aegis right away from Alliance, who double buyback to prevent this. Na'Vi may just walk away. Na'Vi
Be well justified.
Showing 2 mid while simultaneously coming on the top side, and they lasso S4. The general actually drags himself back into Loda, who gets off the crush, trying to rev up for the Sonic Wave, but he's totally chain stunned. Locked down. Loda next. Loda will fall. That is 2. They're looking for the jump here. Who do they get first? Loda whiff on the crush to start this thing off, and now General going for the deep blast on S4. Can they burst him? That Queen of Pain is so important. He chucks out the ult, but it's as he dies with his last breath. They're already down to Queen of Pain and a Phoenix. They've gotten nothing out of this fight so far. Jaunt through the trees. Now what does he see? He sees Bulldog. Force-staff into a swap. BOTs are coming. Bulldog force-staffs himself right into the waiting arms of the General, who promptly complies by lassoing and almost killing, though he is going to get the kill in the end. Dendy, though, is in a bit far. Yule stepped around to the Queen of Pain. Seneco's arrived. Reinforcements coming in. Hard and fast for Na'Vi. Charging towards S4. They kill off the egg. They kill off S4. They move on to Loda. They're mowing them down. Alliance drop 4. It's a wipe. Na'Vi just completely wrecking them.
And they still have the Aegis.
And they're actually going high ground into this. Alliance feeling like borderline desperate at this point. Creeps are actually hitting tier 4 towers. They're committing hard to this push, but Na'Vi are ready for it. Artstyle engaging forward. Loda trying to set up the follow-up here to the Queen of Pain ult that comes in. Diving pretty far for this one, but Ditya Ra just auto-attacking him in regular werewolf form is going to get the kill. S4 almost dies to his claws. Ake's there. So much delicious food, but General's in too deep. He will end up dropping. Bulldog looks to try to wait. It's like an ult number 2, and he's off to the races here. Can Alliance TP out? Who's got one? They're all going to need him. EGM has one, but he can't even get it off as he's about to fall to the wolves. They munch him up. They kill off the bird too. Alliance just can't handle Ditya Ra. Beyond godlike. Rubik will buy his own gem. And General hunts, he gets Loda, drags him in again. It's another track kill, but Na'Vi don't need gold. They just need dead bodies to litter this map so they can wipe Alliance and the rest of them off. And they get the second kill here. Rubik down, already bought the gem, doesn't have the buyback. Loda buys back, but he only crushes Seneko, and it feels like this is how it ends for Alliance. Not with a bang. This is a whimper. This is ugly. Even a Sunstrike massacring Alliance, running them down. This is not family friendly at all, and there it is. GG. You give Na'Vi every last one of their signature heroes, and they just run circles around Alliance.
I heard you call them EGM then. I was like, dang, don't put them down like that, LD.
EGM. EGM. Ugly. Ugly way to finish the series for Alliance. Felt like they could have taken a 2-0 and
maybe Sunray on the Bear. They could do a decent amount of damage.
Ra, Fada, under the Shadow Blade, runs forward. There's just done. Snako gets a good ulti off. Then he jumps in too. Lasso on Kuro, and Diddy Ra spins up and gets back into the base safely. He'll end up surviving this one with a roar of Matumban. He's caught underneath the tier 3 tower. The healing wood will come forward, allowing Na'Vi to survive through this one. With Slaughter down, Matumban will join him. Kuro will go down too. The damage is arriving from Na'Vi in the form of Artstyle. Impetus damage over to Fada with the spin too. Fada's gone too. They've lost 4. Na'Vi will defend the high ground.
Guys, I know you chant Dandy a lot, and it's really warming my heart. It really is. But guys, I am just a part of a team. I'm 1 out of 5 guys. I'm 20% and not more. So please, if you chant for us, chant Na'Vi, okay? because I really feel a little bit sad for my teammates when you do so. I mean, they deserve everything as much as I do.
Absolutely, cannot agree more.